you a therapeutic reaction to NBA Youngboy talking about fame, and hopefully see if we can kind of pull some things up out of it.
I do want to feel positive about myself though one day. Like, all right, you did it.
Right off the back, I'm hearing a lot of introspection. I'm hearing a young man who's been reflecting on his own journey, and is saying to himself that, hey, there are some things I want to look back on my life and say I am proud of. That's a huge statement.
You're okay to walk this earth. You're not a bad person. You're not someone who's fucking it up. I'm just curious on the man that I'm gonna become.
And he's talking about being curious on who he wants to self-actualize one day, his ideal self. He sees his realistic self, who he is at this moment, but he's talking about his self at the highest level, which is self-actualization. And it's where all your basic needs are met. You are able to actually become the person that you truly seek to be. Salt Lake City is the perfect place to do that at.
I grew out of liking music, like the love for it. But it's like, it's therapy. It's the only way I can express myself. And as I sit down behind the mic and just let things flow out of my mouth, I feel relieved. Man, I was flooded with millions of dollars from the time I was 16 all the way to this point in my life. And I woke up one morning and I was like, damn, they got me. Man, look at the shit I spoke about. Look at the shit I put in these people's ears. Man, I feel very wrong about a lot of things. How many lives I actually am responsible for when it comes to my music? How many kids and people have gotten in a car or put this shit in their ears and actually went hurt someone? And now I'm sitting back like, damn, I can't do it all in one day. But I promise to clean whatever I can clean. But it's gonna take time.
First off, his voice is trembling. And to me, it sounds like here is somebody who is being compelled by an enormous amount of emotions. I almost hear fear. I hear somebody who is struggling to cope with the reality of a situation, as if he's been brought down to his knees and understanding the magnitude that his music has caused. I'm here as a person who's rapped death, and I'm hearing that he sounds responsible. I'm hearing that he's taking accountability for so much trauma and so much pain that has inflicted his own community. That's heavy. That's something heavy to carry for one man. And it sounds like he's battling to find the strength to carry this enormous burden that he feels his lyrics are responsible for.
One of his good friends brought him over to me, and after one session he was just like, man, he doesn't really mess with nobody, but he like you. He's like, I don't know what that is. So it was just kind of natural, like just our chemistry and our bond just kept growing and kept growing. And I consider him a brother.
I'm not famous. I don't think about it. I just have a lot of people that know me, I guess. I'm terrified of people. I am very scared of people. Like on my kids. I am terrified of people. And I am very shy. But I never knew why once I walk on the stage, I could get it done and leave. But I'm terrified of people. People are cruel. It's like you can't control ourselves. So you never know what someone will do you.
He's a victim of circumstance. In the beginning, I said, I hear somebody who is afraid. He has been through so much that he doesn't even trust the environment anymore. He doesn't even have trust in the people have his best intentions. And how could he? You know, he said that people are cruel. He's terrified outside of that stage. I'm looking at somebody who is so insecure in who they are as a person. The eyes. It's all in the eyes, man. They tell a story. They tell a story of somebody that has been broken, but still here. Resilience. I see grief, paranoia, scars.
I always, knew what he was doing and what he had going on and his music and his buzz and was impressed with what he achieved being from where we're from. And I mean, they are some of the hardest working people in the music business. I think his legacy will be himself. He's not going to be compared to anybody. He's setting the tone and standing out by his work ethic.
I always wanted to be a rapper. This was always my dream. I never had a plan B. This is what I was set on becoming. That's what it was.
Mm.
You can't be on top forever. You know? There's always to be another artist. But there'll never be another Youngboy. I will not be provoked. I will not be broken. And I'm not.
That's our
going
resilience.
back to
There's a
where I used to be.
resilience.
Accept it or not.
He's
I
made a
ain't
choice.
going back.
He's made a choice. He's made a choice to be a survivor. He made a choice
That I walk out this door,
not to be
it's
lost,
gonna be a whole lot of doing.
not to be like the rest of the rappers who have fallen victim to this limelight, fallen victim to the circumstances and what your culture wants you to be. He refuses, and that's what I see. Somebody who is very resilient, somebody who has made the choice that I'm going to come out on the other side of this thing. And I mean, I would have to applaud this guy for showing this amount of vulnerability, this amount of insight and emotional intelligence that he showed right here, because a lot of guys his age don't even have the wherewithal or the the intelligence, emotional intelligence to be that connected with themselves. And I think he speaks for a generation of young men who are witnessing violence, who are the are committing violence, and who are lost. He speaks for a generation of lost men. Yeah. Yeah. It was special. It was special. Hope you guys like that response. If you do, let me know how you think about it in the comments.